everyone, I'm Kalle and this is Voice of the Creative, and today is Vlogmas Day 1. So as I said in my previous video, I will be filming little clips each day and then popping those together in one longer video which I will post weekly in the lead up to Christmas. And I thought it would just be fun to take part, but it's unmanageable for me to film enough through the day and then upload a video each day because of just how much I work, and I think you'd end up having like a 30-second video some of the days. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some of the cats and then different postage things that arrive, and me opening my advent calendar, and also any sewing and crafty things that I do as well. So today I'm wearing my Freya sweater that I just recently made in See You at 6 French terry, super comfy for a Sunday and also really snuggly. And I've also teamed it with my True Bias Hudson pants. Now these are quite old, and actually I could do with making a new pair, really, a couple of new pairs, which I have got on my list. But while they're still together and don't have holes, I'm still wearing them. So I've got my two advent calendars. So I've got this one, a Swizzles one, because I can't eat chocolate, so I've got one with sweets. And then I've got this one, which is from Nikki Mcwilliams, and it's a Stationery advent calendar. So let's do the Swizzles one first. Are you gonna help, Kai? So we need door number 1. Kiki's playing with the tripod at the moment. She's still getting used to the novelty of filming. Did you know 6 million rolls of sellotape will be sold in the UK in the run up to Christmas? Great. And then it is drumstick chew, exciting stuff. And then on to this one, which is far more exciting. So it came in this box. I'm just going to keep it in this box. So I ordered this a little while back. So this is from Nikki's supply store, and some really lovely stationery and things on there. So it's really got all of them in there with this, and then it's number 1. Really cutely packaged in these little boxes. They're not all boxes, there's like some different other packages as well. Let's see. Ooh. So it's glittery washi tape. I don't know whether I should just keep them in the packages. So we're trying to put up our new table, and we've put a blanket down to protect the table, and Kiki seems to think that it's a game to play on the blanket. I know, Bramble, you're feeling left out. And here's Bramble. Oh, really? So it's Sunday afternoon, and I'm finally getting around to actually doing some of the crafting things that I have planned. So I'm going to make a card for Tamlin, sewn on the Time's birthday, and get that in the post, hopefully tomorrow. And then I'm also going to make a start on my test version Westcliff dress, which is out of some Fisgoose jersey. So I'm just going to start the card. So I'm using my Cricut maker, which is here, and I've already designed it, but I'm going to make a few tweaks and then I can get the Cricut cutting. So I'm really hoping that you can see what's going on here, because I still film on my old iPhone and it doesn't have, like, I can't see myself. I just talk to the camera and hope that it can be seen. I am hoping to start to save towards an actual vlogging camera, and I might set up I think it's Ko-fi account to help me towards that, just because I really want a camera that has the other little screen so you can actually see, because when I'm doing things like this, or like doing the sew along with me, it makes it really difficult because I can't actually see what is going on. So sometimes I feel like things are a bit out of frame and things like that. So while that's doing that, I'm going to get the instructions and stuff out for my Westcliff dress. Okay, so I finished my card for Tamlin, but I'm just about to start my Westcliff dress. So I've got this fabric here, which I got from Tamlin's D-Stash. And this is just a relatively thin viscose jersey, but I thought it would be perfect to make my first version of the Westcliff dress, because I'm never sure of sizing. So this is the Westcliff dress here, badly printed. So it's got a slight gather on the shoulder, and then it's a wrap front, and then the skirt added as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sew. So this is a test version for a dress that I'm making for the Liberated blogger team. That is going to be announced by the time, hopefully by the time I release this video, it will have been announced. So that's for this. Don't you love this part where you're trying to identify the pattern pieces? Right, I think that's the ones that I need. Start gathering between the notches on this piece here. That's what you gather it into. So I'm just in the sewing room doing my dress, and the two cats have come to join me. So Bramble's just there, and then Kiki, as always, is a shadow. Bramble's going to go off into his bed, I think. Where are you, Kiki? Hi, Kiki. So I've got to a point where I can try on the Westcliff dress test version. So I've added in the neck binding, and you can't really see, but there is gathering along here. Maybe a bit better on that side. And then the binding kind of goes down. You can't see it, but I feel like the neck binding is pulled a little bit too tightly. I think it needs to be done a little bit looser, so I will make it a little bit longer. I'm happy to put a little stitch there to keep it together, because it wraps enough round the body that it's fine. The skirt seems to fit really well. I would probably take a little bit off the length, and then on the back it fits against my back really well, and on the back of my shoulder I might just adjust the length of the sleeves a little bit. The only thing I would say, which you can't really see, is it comes quite high up on the back of my neck, which I don't know if I'm bothered about that or not. So I might just try and cut it down just a little bit for that. But otherwise, I'm quite pleased with the fit, and now I'm ready to go on and cut out the real version. Hello everyone! So it's day 2 of Vlogmas. So I've been at work all day. I've just got home. It's 6 o'clock. I'm just going to get into some comfy clothing and then have my tea, and then hopefully get on with some sewing bits and pieces, maybe some cutting out, and I'm going to take you along with me. So my normal combo today, so my double cardigan combo, I wear a longer cardigan with long sleeves and then a 3/4 length cardigan, and then one of my self-drafted dresses, so I'm nice and snuggly and warm for the day. I'm just going to get out what I'm going to wear tomorrow. So I've picked out my outfit for tomorrow. So I'm wearing the same cropped cardigan, but then with this dress, and this dress is slightly different because it hasn't got the darts. It's just a kind of flouncy skirt. Pretty much go-to uniform for me. Now I always get that out because I wake up early in the morning and it's too much to decide what to wear at that time. And I've got changed into an Elliot sweater, and I've just done a rounded hack, rounded kind of hem hack, and then the cuffs and long sleeves, and this is in a really comfy sweatshirting from Like So Amazing that I got last year, and also some Hudson pants as well, which are new. I'm going to make some more of these hopefully because they're so cozy. So I received quite a few parcels today. There are 4 parcels, and I've got my advent calendars to do, so I thought I'd just set the camera up on a tripod so I actually have both hands. Here's Kiki. She's not going to stay on my lap, she'll probably jump down. Yeah. So it's day number 2 on the Swizzles advent calendar. How does Rudolph know when Christmas is coming? He looks at his calendar, and I've got a tiny pack of love hearts. Awesome. And then my Stationery advent calendar, which I already moved package number 2 to the top because I thought it would be easier than rummaging around in there.
brown paper bag this time with number 2 on it. So I'm just going to open it and see what's in there. Really love this because it's almost like I'm getting a little present every day. I was trying not to rip the bag. Oh well. And it is, oh, it's a pen, but it's got a tappy cloud and rainbow on it. Awesome. So now on to the post. I ordered some stuff from Hobbycraft. I got some of this. So this is a Cricut craft board. So I'm going to use this with my Cricut machine. I've got white, brown and black, and you can use it to make some more 3D elements. So I wanted to give that a try, so I got that. And I had a 15% off discount code, which was in Molly Makes. And then I got this is for Christmas actually, that my husband's going to get me. This is the scoring wheel pack, so with the double and single scoring wheel. So I won't actually be able to have that, I'll have to wait until Christmas. And also the knife blade and housing as well. I've only got the fine point blade and the rotary cutter at the moment. And then I also did get an additional blade for the fine point blade, just to build up my collection. I think that's the thing with the Cricut. You buy I bought the maker, and then you're like, oh, and I could buy this to do this, and it's like endless accessories that you could buy. And then lastly, I've got this massive box. I know what's in here already, but it's Easy Press. So this is from Hobbycraft as well. So they had it discounted in a bundle, and I wondered why it's such a big box, but it's got loads of these. With it came the mat with it, so that was part of the offer. So the Easy Press mat. It also came with some vinyl, so red, black and white. It's just the everyday iron on, but useful to add to the few things I've already got. And then the actual Easy Press, which is this one, which I'm not gonna open, but if I do anything during Vlogmas with it, which I will want to try it out, I will then film to take you along with me. So I'm gonna actually get on with some sewing activity, although I've only got about half an hour before I have to go to bed. So I'm gonna cut out some fabric. So I'm gonna cut out some Hudson pants for my husband first, and then see what else I can get onto. I'm using this fabric here, and I'm going to be watching Vlogmas, the different ones, as I do that. I have already made him a pair in this, but I'm going to make a second pair. So I finished cutting out now. I managed to cut out 2 pairs of Hudson pants, which is great, so I can put those in my box ready to get sewn up. So my ideas this week is to cut out loads of things, and then I can kind of pin lots of things, especially the Hudson pants. I can kind of batch sew those, and then this weekend I can just kind of whiz everything through the machine, hopefully, anyway. So I'm back in my sewing room now, so I've cut out downstairs. Now it's a bit of a mess because I've just like got stuff out and not put it away. So behind me I've just got piles of fabric and patterns, yeah, fabrics waiting to be washed. So I kind of need to get that tidied up a little bit, really. But it is now time to go to bed. So I start relatively early in the mornings, well, early for me, and I need to get a good night's sleep. See you tomorrow. Hello everyone. So it's Vlogmas Day 3. I've just got home from work. It is, I don't actually know what the time is. It is 6:30. And I'm feeling really quite fed up today because I don't really know, I'm just quite tired, I think, and got quite a few things on my to-do list, but I'm waiting for replies from emails from people, like in terms of work. And I think now it's December and it's cold, I'm just, yeah, I don't know, just feeling a bit fed up. And also I feel really uninspired, and that doesn't mean that I don't want to do sewing. I'm just finding myself like kind of forcing the creativity, and I kind of need like a big creative blowout where I can just be creative or do sewing for like a day and not worry about anything else. And I feel like that's the only thing that will get me out of this kind of funk almost. I'm going to have a shower and then eat my tea, and then hopefully I'll do some cutting out and I will show you
my advent calendar as well, which is really exciting. And I'm hoping tonight to get some more things cut out. So hopefully I'll put the pattern of the Pansy dress together for my niece and cut that out so that I can try one up in fabric, which she can try on Saturday. I will check back in later on. So it's time for the advent calendar. So I'm going to start with the sweet one first. So it is the 3rd today. Did you know the carol Jingle Bells was originally written for Thanksgiving, not Christmas? And it is a Refreshers Chew. Exciting stuff. Okay, and on to the Stationery advent calendar. So I've got the box here. I'm not going to put it on my lap because there's a cat there. So number 3 is this one. Oh, look at that cute little tag for number 3. I'll take a guess. It feels like it would be a pen. Maybe it's a pen. Let's open it up. I mean, it is in tissue paper, but... Can you hear the wire, sweetie? Ooh. So I think it's like a highlighter, or like just a felt, highlighter. So it's thicker on this end and yellow, and then it's also got a nice fine point as well. That is fantastic because I always highlight things. The last thing is what I got in the post today. So obviously it's been the sales and there's a few things that I kind of ordered. So this came today and it came in this big box. Any guesses what it is? In this box is this. So this is Swedish tracing paper from Pattern Trace. And basically you can use this to trace your patterns, and also you can use tape on it as well. And I asked Tamlin and Samantha and they said that they find it really good. So this roll is 1 metre by 10 metres, so plenty there. And because I'm starting to make a few more patterns that I will need to make alterations to and things like that, I thought actually this would be really useful for me to do that. So I'm going to be exploring what I can do with this, but I'm really pleased with that. I just don't know where I'm going to store this. So one of my tasks for tonight is to go through the entries for Sewing Novelty November. So that is the November theme for the Sewing Patterns and Prints Challenge. So I'm going to start to go through the entries and I'm just going to show you kind of how I do that. So what I do is I go on to the hashtag on my phone, and then I go on to recent, and then go all the way down to the bottom, which sometimes takes a very long time. Here we go. So we're back to the first posts that we did. And then I've got my first person to do the entries. And then basically I go through all the entries and I check that they followed the criteria. And then I will enter it on a spreadsheet and you can see all of the ones so far with all of the names just there. Hey, Bramble. Is it time for a snack? Here you go. Hey, Kiki. How are you? Hello, everyone. So it's Vlogmas Day 4 and it's a Wednesday, so it's partway through the week and I'm absolutely exhausted. I've just come back from the chiropractor and actually the report on that's really good, so I'm really pleased about that. The adjustments are definitely working, which is really good. And I'm going to open my advent calendar and show you a piece of post as well. So, day 4 on the Swizzles advent calendar. What kind of ball doesn't bounce? A snowball. My favourite of all. Palm violets. Yum. And then to the Stationery advent calendar. Number 4 is a big
present today. I did open this to make sure I didn't have to fumble with it. So wrapped in this really cute paper. I'm going to keep this and actually try and use it. And then in tissue paper as well. This bullet journal belongs to Kalle and some other stickers as well. And, which my husband will be really pleased with, these Hello Panda little chocolate filled biscuits as well. Okay, cute. Really liking this calendar. It's really fun to see the little stationery treat every single day. And I also got an order from, can you guess? You can't buy happiness, but you can buy fabric, and that's pretty close. So I got some fabric from Sew Me Sunshine. So really cute wrapping with the yellow tissue paper. So this was in the Black Friday sales that I got this, and actually this, I know that this sweatshirting is really beautiful quality. So this is a Cozy Colours sweatshirting, so it's really beautiful and soft and really snuggy and warm. It's the same fabric that I made my light blue jumper. So it's a colour, but then it's got lots of coloured spots on it, which I think is just really cute. And I'm going to make a jumper out of this, but it's really cosy and warm, so really pleased with that. I would definitely recommend this fabric. Harriet has it in quite a few colours as well, so definitely worth checking that out. So it just is a plain, but like with a slight extra detail, which is really good. Also in with her packages now, which I'm really pleased with, it's got my Sunshine project. So it's got a card with some different bits and pieces, and I need to actually start filling these out because some of my fabrics, I don't remember how much I bought, and I need to organise that a little bit as well. So plans for tonight, I didn't manage to get much sewing activity done. So plans are do the winners for sewing patterns and prints for Sewing Novelty November. I want to paint my nails. I've got some glittery gel nails to do, so I'm going to try and do that ready for my work Christmas party on Friday. And then I've got some work to do, editing some photos, so I want to try and get all of that done. If I manage to get all of that done, I will be putting together the Pansy dress PDF pattern while I sew over it, well, choppy and jazz. But I don't know that I'd quite get onto that as well, because I think I've got about 2 and a bit hours before I need to get ready to go to bed, so we will see. But I'll see you later. How are you two today, hey? You okay, Bramble? Yeah? You playing, Kiki? Yeah? Hello everyone, it's Vlogmas Day 5, and I didn't film any more from yesterday, but I did manage to get my nails finished, so really pleased. They're super glittery. So I did that with the red carpet manicure set, and I borrowed some of the nail varnishes and glitter from somebody at work. I am totally exhausted and quite overwhelmed because it is my Year 11's mock exam tomorrow for art, and that means they're going to be in the art room for 5 hours making a final piece of work for their project. And I had students with me until 6 o'clock tonight, and then I got home around 7, so I've only just got round to kind of eating tea and then sitting down to film this. I'm going to go through the advent calendars first of all. So the Swizzles advent calendar, it is day number 5. I can't seem to open. Did you know the world record for the longest Christmas stocking is 32.56 metres? It was also 14.97 metres wide. And the treat is a drumstick chew again. Exciting. There's one on here, the banana skins, that I don't like, and I really don't want any of those, and we haven't had one yet, which is good. And then the Stationery advent calendar. So the 5th, I have to keep reminding myself that it's the 5th. So just look for the 5th. Ooh. Really love this wrapping paper with pens and stuff on it. I'm going to try and keep it intact. So, Ooh. Oh, so cute. So a little to-do notebook with little dots with really cute pastel colours. Nice. And I have been using those more often. So I got this one in, I subscribe to the Paper Gang and I get a stationery box each month. And I got this and I've been using it to write my to-do lists for work. So every time I look at my to-do list, it's really cute. So definitely will use that because I love writing lists to say things that I need to do. So I did get something in the post today. So I ordered some patterns from Net Printer. I used to just stick PDFs together, but I've decided it's much easier to it's much easier to just order them printed on AO and then just cut them out, so you're not spending all the time that you could be sewing sticking a PDF together. No, that's not for eating. She's trying to eat the pink stuff that's in the box. So I got a few different patterns. So I got the Esturay skirt by So Liberated and the Forager vest. So it's got like these really big pockets again from So Liberated in their sale. And then I also got the Kalle Shirt dress printed as well. So I've got all of those there. Really good quality paper. So these are printed on just the plan printing, which I really like the quality, and I can get those cut out and then get making then. Well, after I finished my Christmas sewing, but maybe during the Christmas holidays. So it's already quite late. I think it's 8:30. Is it 8:30?
9:15.
So it's already 9:15. So I go to bed around 10, so I've got an hour and a quarter to do something, although I might just sit and watch TV for a bit. So nothing really too exciting tonight, which is why I'm putting the videos together from multiple days. And then tomorrow night is my work Christmas party, so that also reminds me I need to shorten the sleeves on my velvet dress. So that's 3 things that I need to try and get done, hopefully. But I will speak to you again tomorrow. Hello everyone! So it is Vlogmas Day 6 and I am in a much better mood because it is the weekend and I'm going out tonight for my work Christmas party, and then I've got lots of plans this weekend doing some sewing and different Christmassy bits, so that's going to be really exciting. So I'm just going to do my advent calendars and then I will talk to you a little bit while I get ready. So the 6th, why does Santa have 3 gardens? So he can ho ho ho. Fizzers. So got some fizzers, not too bad, not the best sweets. And then I've got my stationery advent calendar. Now I had to go through and try and find number 6, and then basically I've got 9 and 6, but obviously they look the same. So I'm just going to choose this one. See what's inside. I think there's no way of opening these brown bags without ripping them. Oh, so they're stick marker peep outs, and they're little penguins and little seals, so you can just attach them, I think, to into a notebook and then put them on. So I'm going to head off and get ready. The first thing I need to do is actually alter the sleeves on the dress that I'm going to wear. So I'm going to do that first and then I can get ready to go out. So I just tried this dress on because I'm going to alter the sleeves. So at the moment, this is what it looks like, and it's got these ties which bring it in. It looks black on the screen, but it's a really beautiful green. You can see it more there. So it's got long sleeves at the moment, but I was way too hot, so I'm going to cut them slightly, a lot shorter, basically by the armhole, I think, and then hopefully that will be good enough. It's to wear, so I need to get on it and be quite quick. Right, so I've cut the sleeve, and for some reason it's like looking really weird. I think that it'll stop that once I kind of fold it upwards, but I think I'm gonna have to take it in a little bit at the side because it's like gaping quite a lot. So hopefully that gets fixed. You know, when you change something and you think, oh, that's going to be really quick, and then potentially it's not going to be very quick. So I've got, I think, like an hour before I have to go out. Nothing like the last minute, and so I'm kind of thinking, but hopefully I'll just be able to do it and it will look fine. I think it is better, it's going to be a lot cooler, and that's why I'm actually wondering if I should have to keep this gap here, so I need the kind of air to come through. Yeah, not too sure. So I've adjusted the sleeves. I'm not quite sure about them because there's a little bit of gaping at the back there. I think it's good enough. And then it's cinched in. I think it looks much nicer when you can actually see the colour in real life. I just think there's like a little bit of flick to it. I don't know, I think I'm just a little bit unsure because sometimes when I go to like work parties, I look at other people's clothes and I'm like, oh, well, I could have worn something like this, but I don't have the same style as them. And then I feel a bit anxious sometimes that I'm like, oh, I'm wearing something I've made, maybe it doesn't look as good. That's where that kind of comes from, and I don't go out that often, so I don't really have a massive variety of stuff. So literally, if I don't wear this, I don't really have another choice of something. I'm going to hopefully put it on with some heels, I think. I was going to wear silver boots, but I think it'd be a bit too much. And then if I've got it with some heels, and then I'm going to do my makeup, put some lipstick on, and then my hair's already curly, but I'm just going to like zhuzh it up a bit so that it's a bit bigger at the top.